What I do is I literally download these off of the internet, and then I sit down. I have an engineering background, and I scale these all out, and I literally lay these down with my drafting tools and draw out all the different colors, and then I put in the key code here to show exactly what things mean, so they can understand exactly what my plans were. And I color in all the different shading and the cross hatches, and these little hoops in here, these are steering methods that I use for travel corridors. And some of the hinge cutting is just for screening and security, and some of the hinge cutting is bedding, where I'll actually tell him in my written plan how to go about to put that bedding in there. He's going to have to plant a lot of spruce trees in here because it's a wide open farm, and all he's really got is a little cover in this corner, a little bit of cover right here in this center. It does have some good topography changes in it. So as you can see, I've showed putting a lot of different spruce trees in here, and some large destination food plots, some small ones. All the pink and red dots would be willows and dogwoods and things like that you can plant where the ground is wet. And I've also got a very large area of switchgrass up in here that can actually end up being a sanctuary for him and hold deer later in the season, along with multiple food plots and travel corridors. Lots of hinge cutting with bedding areas in his farthest corners where his neighbors would be coming in or setting up stand sites. And that way, if these deer are bedded in those sections, they'll move into his property rather than off his property, and they'll have corridors of movement to do it and do it safely. So I think you give this guy five years or so, and he's going to have the most awesome hunting he's probably ever seen in his life, with excellent screening cover in the front so that he can access all his hunting stands, and then just some great areas that will produce constant daytime movement. And I also lay out the stand locations, and he had some existing trails already cut into the woods. It's not exactly where I would have put them, but hey, they're there, so we're going to just go ahead and let him continue to use them. But he's going to have a lot of planning to do. There's a lot of food I'm putting in here, a lot of sanctuary area, and then all his areas are easily accessible now with screening, and that's the most important thing because this was a wide open property. But I would guess 5 or 10 years from now, he'll probably have 75–80% of the deer in that 1 or 2 square mile in here during the rut. That'll be a blast for him. So it's quite a change from this wide open woods where it's all being cash cropped to turning it into just basically a deer factory. So that's what I try to do for all my clients, is give them the big picture, and then it's up to them. So if you're a hunter and a landowner and you'd like to take advantage of having me come out and perform a habitat assessment and write a thorough written plan like this, you can call me, you can send me an email, you can go to my website and get all that information at habitatsolutions360.com.